One of the most important things to do when you're caught by a sharp, bright, shiny object is to make sure that your telepathy with what is not helpful to you, so what is not goal-oriented, healing-oriented, growth-oriented, that telepathy is cut. You don't do it once. It takes repetition, as unfortunately does everything. How many of you remember memorizing the periodic tables? Repetition. Or the map of America. Repetition. In How to Rule the World from Your Couch, and I'm going to condense this for you because it's so important in not being distracted by those bright, shiny objects. One way that we have of cutting telepathy is to consistently redirect attention to a conversation we want to be having. Telepathy means, for those of you who are new to this, reading minds, but if you can read a mind, you can also send a message. And there's a lot of that that goes on, but especially when you're being attacked or distracted. So you want to consistently choose those conversations that you want to be having. The conversation with your true love, the conversation with your higher self, the conversation with a friend who needs your help and support. Redirecting, and sometimes you'll have to do that, and I am not exaggerating, thousands of times a day, depending on how naturally obsessive you are. I'm speaking for myself here. But you constantly redirecting that telepathy. When you do that, you take away a lot of power from a dynamic that you want to have end. Also, don't take weather personally. Bad things, well, I do. When it rains and I want to go for a bike ride. When things happen that on the surface appear to be humiliating, bad, traumatic, often in a moment of redirection, peace, or you get knocked on the head, if you go to what was going on before that, you'll notice that the problem directed you toward your goal. And although you certainly want to have a practice, a discipline of getting to that place another way, once again, you want to fold everything into your goal. There's a wonderful French dish that's made. I won't embarrass myself by saying its name in French because although I do speak fairly good French, my accent, as my grandmother told me, should never be heard. But this dish is just a pot over the flame. And everything that you don't use, you throw into the pot. And somehow it just keeps getting better and better and better. The gristle, the old bones, the yucky vegetables that were too wilted to eat, and this pot of food gets better and better and better. Now, I am not claiming to be grateful for the doo-doo that happens in my life. However, if we consistently throw it into the pot with a goal, we always create something much better than anything we could have imagined.